Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Firstly, it's a brand new year. It's been quite a while since I played, way before Christmas, and so this is my first recording in this brand new year. So happy new year to all, and thank you for being with the channel, and I hope you have a prosperous and happy 2023. Okay, so now a few things. I've read through a lot of comments in the recent times, and there's a few things that I think we can have a look at. So I'll quickly run through a few of my favorites and what we're going to quickly have a look at. Well, maybe not quickly have a look at, but we'll try and get it in some course, in some time, I think. Now, one of the things is maybe it's a good idea to start moving our clothing industry down here somewhere. Now, I think that's an awesome idea, because we are struggling with the pollution up here, and if we just move these two out down here, well, probably replace it with something a little bit bigger. When we do that, then that could be that good. That would work well. This was always just a bit of a stopgap in terms of trying to get us a little bit more money. Now, so we can probably start looking at something slightly bigger. Now, we do need to bear in mind, if we have a quick look at this clothing factory. So this guy, so at the moment, the fabric factory that we've got here is producing about 5 tons on a maximum, 5 tons maximum of fabric. And if we look at clothing, you can do 2 of these for 5 tons of fabric, or you can do one of these guys. So potentially we can do one now and then one a little bit later. But what that does 1.2, these does much lower. Yeah, so that's going to be a massive improvement for us. Though, what will be problematic is whether we could, yeah, so we would like to link up to water and sewage over there. Actually, does this need water? It doesn't. It doesn't need the big water input like the fabric factory. I was kind of wondering whether we should potentially try and squeeze it in here. We'll be able to get workers in here, but I don't think we'll actually ever be able to link these guys up unless we if we do something like this, right? We need to do it over there. And then we could potentially link these things up, but we'll need to remove this piece of road if we wanted to do that. So we can probably do another road here to try and do that. But that's one thing that we'll have a bit of a look at. The next one is, yeah, get water from a well, which is so silly. I can't think. The wells are fairly cheap, right? Oh, that's the substation. So the wells are fairly cheap. So we could do this, especially the small ones that doesn't need workers, right? Now, yeah, so workers is a bit of a problem. Wells, unless we build it up here, though. If we say, give me a big water well, and we then decide to build it up here, which may be a good idea. So if we do that, we should be able to get people to walk here. Yeah, we should be able to get workers to walk here. So that's something, and that's a good water quality there, 94. I think the buildings, the factories, they need 85. I think 85 is what it is. Let's have a quick look. They need 85. Required water quality is 85. So we can quite comfortably just run that straight in there. Then the residential, on the other hand, they need, what do they need? They need water quality. They don't actually say. So presumably 94% water quality could be fine. But obviously we can then also do a water treatment facility, which is something we can do. It doesn't take that much in terms of workers and things. A small one, a larger one, something like that would match our stuff. Yeah. It doesn't. Does it produce pollution? Not that I can tell. Okay, so that's an option. That we just do a little bit of a on the hill facility over here. We do have a little bit of power over here. We do need to be mindful, though. These are minor cables, so we don't want to go too crazy with that. This facility does need workers as well, so we need to be mindful of that. Okay, so yeah, the water industry is something that would be of interest. Then there was a comment around the rail over road thing over here, saying that rail always goes under. Now, I agree with that to some extent, but rail definitely doesn't always go under. It depends a little bit on the size of the roads, how many roads would have to go over and so on. But yes, it is more cumbersome to take a rail over and it costs more money. And for the most part, we'll probably try and put road over most of the time. But here it just doesn't make sense, especially how gradual this whole slope thing could be. That's probably a little bit tight there, but the slope is okay. It's pretty costly though, but anyway, something would have to go over. We can't really cross this there, so I'm comfortable with this one there. But yes, I take the point, and for the most part, we would try and put the rail on the ground, and then have roads go over. Something like this, we still have to have a look at what we're going to do here. But presumably, with all of this happening over here, we can never put the rail over, so it'll have to be the roads that goes over. And then the last one, which is something that is distribution offices. So there's been a comment saying that the way I'm doing distribution offices will cause me a lot of pain and heartache in the long run, and it's not really easy to scale. So what the suggestion is that distribution offices should always be at the point of origin, moving stuff away. So if we come to the border post, for instance, we should have a distribution office over here that moves everything from the border to the various things where they need to go. So it's always easy to understand when you want to redo your logistics. It's always just able to do it from over here. If we have a random distribution office somewhere in here pulling stuff from the border post, for instance, we'll forget about it. As our city grows. So that is an excellent idea. It's also more efficient in the sense that vehicles don't have to. Let's say a distribution office over here is pulling something from the border post. Then it has to drive all the way from there to get it and drive back to bring it to whatever wants it over here. So it's double the distance. If it was this distribution office, well, it's not double the distance, but it gets there quicker, basically. Now it just picks it up over here and moves it there, and then it drives back empty instead of starting the journey empty. So it's still the same kilometers that's being traveled, but the stuff gets there a little bit quicker, so it's a bit more efficient from that perspective. So we're going to have a look at implementing that. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to just switch everything over straight away. And there's probably stuff that I'll be missing along the way, but yeah, that's some of the stuff that we have to deal with. In the meantime, our coal mine is busy constructing up here, and I was kind of wondering whether I shouldn't extend this road up here. If we have a bit of a look at this, we should be able to get this road down there. So let's grab ourselves. Let's just start it off with the gravel road. Actually, let's start it off with the mud road and just see whether we are able to get it to go nicely through this section. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm comfortable with that. And then what we'll do is we'll tie it in over there. There we go. So that is pretty good. What I will do is I'll get rid of this, and I believe that is it now. So now I can get the gravel to go in there, and we can quite comfortably get that to start construction. So now we'll have a bit of a shortcut to get here. Oh, the one thing that the one thing that I need to bear in mind is that I still wanted to bring in workers over here with the rail. Okay, let's quickly have a look at the rail. Sorry, I'm going to just cancel this road construction. Probably up to about there, just so that we can quickly redo this rail thing a little bit. I'm going to quickly trim this back. I don't think this is ideal. This little S-bend here is ideal. So we'll go back that way, trim it back, and have a bit of a look. Now, what we would want to do is definitely want to create ourselves a train station of sorts. Not of sorts, a train station. Not a cargo station, though. We want a passenger. So passenger or citizens. Here we go. The passenger rail station. We don't need an enormous one. Not a metro. We don't need an enormous one. We just need something fairly basic. Something like that. These are, I don't know about these. These are a little bit short, I think. This is just the normal ones. But I think these are small, right? Yeah, I'm not doing that. Definitely not doing that. So let's have a look at this one. It just feels a little bit too much, doesn't it? That's a little over the top. If we do one of these train platforms instead. What? 24 tons? Oh, no. 21 tons of steel. That's 14 tons. This is 8 tons. So it's probably something like this is what I'll be keen on doing. We would want it to get pretty close to everything without necessarily... So people will need to be able to walk. Yeah, I don't want to block us off here at all. We can't do it over here. This'll never work. Would it? No. This just wouldn't work unless we... I mean, there would be awesome, but then we'll need a fair bit more. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have what it takes to get this to work here. This would be... And it's closer. In certain extents, it's closer. Let's have a quick look. If we were to plop it in right there, right? And we then decided we would like... So people need to come in over here. So they'll have to go this way. And then out... that way? Oof. Yeah, I don't know if that's... But that means it wouldn't be blocking. So if we ran this underneath here, and then it splits into the two of them, and then it comes out this way, but it won't be able to do this curve. So that won't work. We probably can get the curve to work, to be honest. We could get something like this to work, maybe. Yeah, but it just doesn't feel quite right to me. Okay, so let's trim that back. Let's get rid of this guy. It's not going to go in here. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so we're not going to have it there. That means we will need it on this side somewhere, and we'll need to get people to be able to walk all the way there. So yeah, where exactly that is, I think this spot over here is probably about right, and we just need to make sure. Unfortunately, though, you won't be able to walk through all of this mess. That's the issue. So the only other option would be to put it in front of this stuff and have them walk out this way. Let's have a quick look at what that distance looks like. Yeah, so this is one of those things. So let's see if we do that and this and this and this and this. How far is that? Ooh, that's not good. That's too far. That won't work. Too far. That just won't work. So, yeah, to be honest, we're in a little bit of a mess with that. So we may have to look at, do we drop this down? We can bridge over it, can't we? Ooh. We've got power lines in there. So this is going to be a bit of a challenge for us to have something in here. We could obviously just build or have it ready. I mean, it won't be in use for quite a while. So maybe what we do is we just make sure that there's a little something planned in this location so that we're ready to go. But yeah, kind of wondering about some of this stuff. So let's just put a little something in here as an indicative placeholder. We probably will move it again. And then what we do need to do is actually we do need to kind of get a nice and so if we you know that so we could do something like this. It feels a little tight to me, but that does look like it'll work. So if we were to do that, and we got the neighboring connection, and we were to do this, we got that connection, and that work fairly straight. Does that look better or worse? I think it looks a little bit better. It's not as bendy as it used to be, and now there's room for like a train in there, I think, depending on the size we use, of course. And now whether we do something over here, we could of course just run it out like that. Depending on how we want to set that up. Running it out like this is maybe not a bad idea, but we'll maybe bring it back a little so we can straighten it up to go in there. Yeah, so something like this. Hang on. Let's not start it off that way. Trim it back a little bit more and try that one more time. If we do that and we say, well, what you're going to do is you're going to have a bit of a cross over here, and then this guy can run. Oh, actually, I'm on the wrong side. I'm on the wrong side. Okay. Well, do that. Yeah, this whole thing becomes a bit of a mess, to be honest. Anyway, we'll see about something like this, because we'll have to do that, and then you can actually come back this way, go in that way, and then the question is, do we need another one this way? Potentially not. Potentially not. So something like this. What I'll do for the meantime is I'm just going to trim this back, and we'll kind of leave a little bit of this in place like that, so we have a bit of an idea. Now, that has an implication of where we actually put this road. So let's go back to what we actually wanted to do as a starting point. So let's cross it, say, there somewhere, and then we go up this way. So there we go. That seems a little bit more reasonable for us. So let's. That's yeah. It's a little. It would have been better if we did that, but anyway, we'll deal with this. So that's kind of the indication that we're gonna go with. And what I'll do, I wonder if I can. Oh, no. Give me this guy. There we go. Now it's one big construction piece that needs to be built there. That's good. Okay, so that's the extra road connection. Okay, that's taken us about 20 minutes to get to all of this. What I need over here is a fire station, because this thing... So for the time being, we definitely need a bus station and a fire station over here. So let's get ourselves a bus stop or platform of some sort. We don't need anything fancy over here. So this is about... Yeah, this is a minor little bus stop. So I'm just gonna go with this as a bus stop. So if we have the bus stop over here, it can... we don't need workers anywhere else, I think. But anyway, what we'll do is we'll try and get the bus stop in there. And then we'll need the fire station also. So give me a fire station. Fire station. Something small, maybe 2 vehicles is all we need. This is the fire station. Here we go. That's 4 vehicles. That's 1 vehicle. I think 2 vehicles is what we're after. 2 vehicles is this guy, 4.1 tons of steel. Yeah, so I think this 4 vehicle variety is the one for us. Right? Yeah. Then we must be, this is a 2 vehicle. Oh, this is a 2 vehicle. Oh, this is a 2 vehicle. So what's the, yeah, that's a cheaper one. So let's do this one. And what we'll do is we'll place that one over there. So it'll have direct person activity access here. Obviously, we're going to bring in rail here this way as well. So that's the thing. That means we will be wanting to build that. In order for us to make this work, we'll need to build this one. We will try and do a little bit of this. Yeah, that's good. So now we can run them into both directions there. Yeah, they can use that loop. That's awesome. We will want to provide some walking facilities. So we'll have a direct walk over there and as quickly as possible walk over there. And there we go. So that will do. I will go ahead and batch construction these guys. So we'll make a start on this. What else is going to be important? Yeah, that is our Sega construction piece here, right? Over here. It is. Okay, good. Now, I hope I can remember all the other stuff that we're busy doing. So let's switch that off for the time being and get this to start working. It is going to be important that we get these things built a little bit quicker. Can I? Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Can I? You know what I'm going to do for the time being? I'm going to suspend. Should I suspend this construction? Yeah, well, there's still a lot that needs to be built here. So let's suspend the construction on that one. This is already done. This is underway. This is slowly starting. I'll go ahead and suspend a bit of construction over here. We'll get those others up. This thing, I'm going to suspend this construction also. Well, it's doing the groundworks only. So let's, well, I don't know if I can get it to stop after the groundworks. Unless I micromanage it. That is also still groundworks only. But anyway, let's just stop all of this. We'll come back and get it done once we're not in a position to get this up and running anyway. We're slowly building and transitioning our way that way. Okay, let's have a quick look what's going on with our various things here. We have made a little bit of money in the last round. This loan is dropping fairly quickly. We have some crops available. Now, what we're doing at the moment is this is actually bringing stuff in from the customs house. So if I come and have a look at this, yeah, we don't have any room for anything else in here beyond the dumpers. So if I wanted to do, I would need to build. So what I'll do. This guy is loading. Do I have a distribution office? Oh, this is the distribution office I have over here. That's doing. Oh, no. So which one is doing? So this guy is loading from the customs and from all these other ones. Okay. So in this principle, unless we've got, and it's unloading at this road cargo station, then this guy is loading here and dropping off here. So I think this is kind of working. Right, it's dropping off there, and then it's loading here, and it's dropping off. So it's exporting to the customs house when it's got more than 60. So I think that's also working. And then this guy is then delivering to all of this. So this is actually, apart from the customs house here, right, all of this is kind of okay. It's all managed in the same location. So I'm going to leave that as is because it seems to be working. We do need more food, of course, but it seems to be working at the moment. We should get all of this harvested and collected, right? Yeah, there's nothing else to be collected apart from the ones currently being harvested. So it's looking good. It's looking good. We are filling this up fairly well, and we are hopefully moving. This is a problem. Can I? Let's do that, right? So we'll try and get this to move a little bit better because this through movement here might be what we need. We'll try and get that to work a little bit better. Yeah, let's hope for the best there. Let's hope for the best there. Okay, now we are producing clothing. We can produce more clothing, but I think we should be moving this away. Or let's start a little bit of work on the water. So let's do that instead. We'll start the work with the water. Try and get our water running a little bit better. Oh, we're going into winter now. So let's see. What are we going to do with water? I'll close this off for the time being. Yeah, there's a lot of rail and stuff there. Now, let's plan out our water system here. Now, we can use a big water well that uses staffing, that uses people. Right, 200 or 205, I mean 15. Yeah, I think the 200 is going to be okay. Well, it's more than enough for that. Whether it'll be enough for the town as a whole, we'll have to figure that out. Now, if we place it here, the question is whether we'll have enough power to deal with it. So let's have a quick look at what's going on with our power overlay over here. So voltage, it is carrying. And it's not under too much pressure, it seems. So that, what is this? So that's I think that's 0.75. These power ones. Oh, 1.5. Okay, 1.5, and it's running at maybe 0.2. So there's 1.3 or so left in that line there. Well, potentially. So then, because I don't know if there's 1.3 coming. Okay, so let's stick with that. And then if we wanted to do the water well, not enough duties there. The water well will, oh, and that's times 60, right? That's double. So megawatt hour 1.5. And see, this is the thing. So and this one is, come on, this one is giving me, ooh, see, it's already potentially connected to too much stuff. Yeah, it can give it. Yeah, see, this isn't going to work. This is just about on balance, so it's not going to work to put it in there. What we can do is try and get it on this side, though, if it's a little bit closer to the pollution. Let's have a look. If we did the water well, not that. If we did it over here, yeah, look at that water quality. We can't even use it directly. Over here, we'll be able to at least use it for a while. Yeah, let's do that then. Let's grab ourselves the big water well here. Find a little spot for it, like there. Do we have something that's even better water quality? Thought we had a 94 somewhere here. All of this terrain is a 93 there. We won't be able to necessarily get people to walk here. Yeah, here we should be able to get people to walk here. Let's just have a quick look at what the terrain looks like. Yeah, that spot there is actually about highest ground that we can get. So if we were to build this one here, I think that's what we'll do. We'll plan for getting that one in there. That will have a nice flow of water down this way. Now, the question that I've always kind of had is, do we run it in here? This isn't connected, is it? Yeah, it doesn't seem to be connected, so we would want to run it directly into the pump there. We could have run it directly in here also. Okay, well, that's fine. We can run multiples down here. So let's just start it off by probably running in it over here. And I'll have a, so we can't actually, that's not going to be able to work directly in there. No, let's just do, we started total length. So the depth here, current depth Oh, no. So what's the... Doesn't actually tell you the height, does it? Okay, so we'll have to kind of run it all the way that way and then around. But will we have a look at the per day, maximum pressure per day? So we can have multiple of these. If we bring this guy, wow, look at that drop there. If we bring this guy around there and then around there and then in there, so something like that. That's a bit of a water connection here, so we can get some water going. So let's go ahead and commission that construction. That is 13 tons of steel to go in there. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll pop ourselves out of all of our different layers here, and we will start by building a little piece of road up here also. Kind of the snow plows over there. Actually, we don't need, because that won't be, it's as long as people can actually get there. And I'm assuming they will be able to, if I maybe allow access over here. So let's do that. Let's get ready for the idea that we're going to put people in here somewhere to come and walk there. Let's do that. We'll get that underway. We'll assign a bit of construction. I don't think they can still do it. We'll have a look if that is happening. I still need to figure things out there. Sega is not assigned over here. So if we do 1, 4, and we'll see about assigning that one. So let's get that construction going. And if we go underground, we'll get that construction going at the same time. So that should give us better water, and that water should work. Now, the next thing we could do is we could then build a water treatment facility somewhere over here, and we can do some stuff with the town. Okay, let's pop out of our underground views and have a look at what is happening with all the other stuff. So we should be building. Oh, yeah, we are building our gravel roads in the new town. That's coming along. I think at a reasonable pace. Do we have gravel available? Let's just pop over here and see that all of that is still going. Yeah, gravel is available and ready to go. If we have a look at one, here we can see what's currently under construction. So there's a variety of different road sections that is under construction at the moment. If we pop into one for the time being, this section of road is under construction. Those sections are under construction. And then once that's done, we'll build a fire station. Yeah, because at the moment I'm a little worried about fire, losing stuff to fire. These guys are doing its thing. Where's this going? Unfinished plumbing. Okay, excellent. So where is my unfinished plumbing? Is it the new one? Over here. It is the new one. Excellent. So that is going to start construction straight away. Now, what we can now also do is start planning our clothing expansion. And I am tempted to squeeze it in here. If we can get the clothing to work in here, we'll ultimately need 2 of them, right? So this is getting fabric over there. So we can, of course, we don't need to do this. We can build it closer to this side, because we can build the clothing somewhere else and then just have the fabric be delivered there. We just think it's probably a okay move. It's not the optimal situation, but at least we're not destroying some of our existing stuff. So let's see. So this guy does 1.2 and that guy does 2.7. I don't think that's quite well. This will kind of do, maybe if we build this, yeah, maybe this one is maybe this one is enormous while the other one is much smaller, and even that's not going to fit in anywhere. Ultimately, you'd squeeze it in here. Whether this guy, it might be able to reach this spot. So if I was to build it like, say, this, right? We have a direct connection there. So let's do this. Let's do that one there, which means we can always do another one on over here. Now, if I wanted to get people to actually walk here from that one, so the distance to here is 281 from there. So from this spot is my ruler, my measuring tape. If we did there and there, that gives us 190. So yeah, we don't have that. We don't have that. 195. This will not work because it's too far away. So if we were to build it there, we will not get people to get here. We will need to wait for the train. So that's obviously not ideal. Right? That's obviously not ideal. That's a fairly straight one there. Right? Let's just measure it. Let's just measure it from here. So what's that? 450. Yeah, so clearly it's not going to work. Clearly it's not going to work. Measure twice, and it's definitely in that spot, it's going to be problematic. So the question is, can we squeeze a little something in here? Now, all of these power cables is kind of being a bit of an issue. So let's try, if we look at that, can we squeeze something? Just, this guy. Clothing factory. Ooh, we could. This may work. But what we'll need to bear in mind is if we do this, I think this would work. So something like this. Oh, actually, if we place it right there, and we'll get a bit of try and get about as straight line as we can. This guy is going to have water from... Oh yeah, excellent. And it's going to have power from different locations. So that is not too bad. So if we do this here, and kind of move it in under it a little bit like that, we could also then do a bit of a storage facility and build the next one over here once that's up and running. We can have that working. Let's quickly measure this distance. So we measure... up to there, Okay, so that's going to work. That'll be fine, but I'm assuming we'll need to come a little bit further away. So let's clear that out, and let's do this, do that, do that, do that. That'll still work. Okay, so that'll still work if we do that. Okay, so clear that one out. And let's have a look. Can we get a little... Ooh, can we get it close? Oh, we can. Oh, my. Okay, can't go right there, but we can go there. And tie that one in. And then tie this one, like so. That will work. And then we'll grab a piece of road. We'll connect it up over here, right? We could did we want to run additional? Let's just have a look at what our bike profile looks like. That we're definitely not running anything up there. Question was whether we would want to do an extra little road through there, maybe through here somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Let's just do. Are we going to lose that tree? Yes, we did. Did in fact lose that tree. Let's pull that back again, and then now the tree isn't there anymore. That just looks Well, that turn is problematic, and that's the primary turn is going to be from that side. So let's try and straighten that up a little. Something like that is probably good. Yeah, that's what's probably going to be good. So let's extend. Let's start the construction of that. That should be fairly quick. Now, I wanted to do a little bit of cargo storage here. So if we wanted to store some of our clothing, all right, we can have one of these little guys, right? They can store a fair bit of clothing, 100 tons of clothing, and we should be able to make this work. Yeah, absolutely. We could make that work. It'll be connected. We could even make it bigger if we needed to. And we can connect the other one to the other side. Should we do something slightly larger than that? Maybe 200 tons? Yeah, let's do a little bit larger. Yeah, so let's do that. Then we could still do another clothing. Ooh, let's see. We do. If we do this, right? Let's pop that in there. We could always still do the extra clothing piece, kind of right here, right? Can't build due to infrastructure. Oh, yeah. There's a little path there, so we should still be able to squeeze a little something in here. Oh, and that actually works really well. Okay, good. Let's make that happen. So 1 4. Just see what's happening with 4. 4 is doing a lot. So let's just leave it there for a little while. What's going on with our money? Money is looking reasonable. It's about halfway through we're not quite on break even here just yet for this month, but it's looking okay. We do need more people. I don't think we can really build much more in here. This thing is pretty at capacity at the moment. We could maybe squeeze in a little bit more. It's just have a look at what our actual pollution looks like. Yeah, if we get too close on this side, it might be problematic. Maybe let's try and squeeze in one more building here and see if we can't make room for a little bit more in terms of people. We're almost at 4,000 in this little location. And do we have kind of adults living with their parents kind of thing without a flat? 25 of them, actually. So yeah, we don't have enough room for everybody. So I'm trying to not build the biggest things we can. Maybe build something like this. This is how many people? 100, 110, 50. That's a little small. 110 seems pretty reasonable. Bricks. Alternatively, we've got slightly larger ones here, actually, which are predominantly bricks and prefabs. 200, 165. Oh, that's the ones we've already got there. Heating. What's the situation with heating? We've got a little bit more ready on the heating. That one's over. We can probably squeeze in one more building over here, and it'll just be a little chilly. A little chilly. So let's grab a larger one. Not the big guys. 200 is a little too much. I think the 165 is kind of what I'm after. Oh, the quality of the flats is quite different. Well, let's do the slightly better one, which should be that one. And if we squeeze it in up here, I should be reasonably far away. Oh, we've got people walking all the way there to go and work there. Okay, I need to sort that out then. If we do something like this, yeah, the only issue with this though is can they walk to all the different spots then? Maybe I should rather have it on this side here. Oh, and it can get heating from both sides doing it this way. So let's do this. I do like it a little bit more curved that way. So let's do that. Get another building to start its work over here. I'll go and tie that one in. That should... So we'll do a little bit of this, and then we probably need to do a bit of that. Yeah, I like that. That's all good. So let's not do that right now. Let's get these things underway. What I want to do is actually get this to reduce the number of workers that's actually going to come here. Maybe 10 of them is fine. I don't want any more people to actually work their way up here to come and build that without all of the resources actually getting delivered here. Happy to see the pipe is underway. We do have resources on site. We are waiting on some asphalt at the moment. Okay, that's good. Let's switch off these layers and we'll speed things up just a little bit. Now, our population, look at our happiness. That's pretty good, actually. Government loyalty, look at that, 62. This facility here is really doing an awesome job. What's our unemployment look like? 2% unemployment due to no workplace, which is good, which is really good. Soviet propaganda is getting our people nice and loyal. This section's done. That section is still being worked on. Right? It stopped because of asphalt. What's going on with the asphalt? Do we not have... No? Asphalt... asphalt is available. Right? Asphalt is definitely available. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. We will get some water up and running. And then hopefully we can get some water over here. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done still. Are we... Oh, yeah, look at that. End of September, and we're breaking just under 50,000. We probably will break 50,000, meaning that we're actually making money for this period in time. So presumably, what we could do is, if we have a quick look at the loan, and this was a comment as well, to look at the loan, and say, do we actually need all of the money we have? We're borrowing, so potentially we can... No. So we'll need to take out a new loan. Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to save much by doing that. If we reduce this loan, right? If we reduce that number, if we pay this back, right? And then we take out 1.3. So instead of owing 1.5, we'd owe 1.3, for instance, right? Yeah, I'm not sure it's actually going to be that beneficial. An extra 200,000 is costing us more money, definitely costing us more money, but I think it's fairly marginal. I think it's fairly marginal. We can try it, but then I'm just worried we're going to end up having to do that fairly quickly again. Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. It's a comment. I'm not too sure what'll end up happening, but let's do it. So what we want to do is we want to pay that back. So we'll need to borrow 1.2. Then we can pay that back, but then we have like no money. So let's get a little bit more. We'll do that. We borrow that much at... See, it's more... The interest rate is going to be higher. Information about the loan. Amount owed, 1.5. Therefore, delayed payments, 0. Therefore, delayed payments, 0. Contract duration, 5 years. Interest rate, 4.2. Penalty interest rate. I'm not sure what that penalty interest rate is. You know what I can do? Forget about this. I can just pay back some of this, right? I can go to this loan and I could just return some of it. So let's return about half of our money. So if we do 150 and we do that, I'm just worried if is that what we're going to pay in terms of penalties. Let's do that and see what that looks like. So if we return 150, there we go. Now we've dropped that number. We go down here, that's dropped it by like 3,000. Okay, so not great, but it will give us about 3,000 extra at the end. So it just puts a little bit less strain on it. I'm just hoping we can remain cash flow positive and not going to need that money. Okay, things are moving, but slowly. What's happening over here? So we are finishing this off. Yeah, nothing left there. Still got a few more things to be harvested over there. It's going to be before the snow comes. Got like almost 300,000 tons of crops here. So food should be in a reasonable supply. If we have a bit of a look again over here, everybody seems very happy. Look, average productivity is 99%. My goodness, that's awesome. I love it. Unemployed workers, 83, a good number there. The escapes is because we don't have places for people to live. That's really the issue here. Now, can we will need to just assign this guy here. I think assign the construction. So let's assign him there. Yeah, so let's plop out of that. So that's been assigned. So we should get that little path to be done. And then we'll get some of the others done as well. This is underway. That's underway. This is. Oh, I'm not going to build it there. I can get rid of that. Not going to build it there. If anything, it's going to go over here. And then once that's up and running, we can get rid of this. And we can actually drop some clothing off over here, and that shop should have it. All good. All good. Now. That's not under construction yet. These things are not. So let's, well, I kind of said let's wait a little bit on some of it until we get a few more things done. I don't want to be constructing stuff everywhere. How's this? Oh, those are now under construction because these paths have been done. Okay. Don't know if it's something we should be doing. Well, let's suspend the construction for the time being. Let's suspend construction. We've got some stuff there. Let's have a quick look at what is currently being constructed here. Are we finishing stuff off? That should be under construction. It's not actually getting anything. Oh, it's not connected over here. Okay, what I can certainly do, because that's now connected, what I'll do here is I will tie this one back in. And yeah, the big long roads are currently being constructed, and what we'll do is we'll tie this one in over there. That needs to be done before we'll then build the other sections, so that's okay. A lot of road work is currently going on, so what I'll do is for the time being, I'll suspend the construction on this one. Okay, let's suspend the construction on that, so it's not taking up anything. It's not taking up anything at the moment. Let's finish off what we've got going on over here. Yeah, harvesting a lot of stuff there. And this is kind of holding there for the time being. I'm not sure how much we're actually bringing in from elsewhere. Asphalting is happening, so we did see a bit of asphalt arrive at least. Yeah, I think because we're building so many of these road projects at the moment, yeah, we should probably trim back on the road projects just a little bit. Yeah, we've even got this one over here busy doing its thing. So lots of gravel, and the gravel vehicles is obviously doing the same kind of stuff. Is that now? Where is this guy going? Oh, maybe. Oh yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, maybe over here. To get that in place so we can start the construction there. What's on site here? We are missing Gravel? We're missing gravel. Yeah, so we're out of dumpers, I think. Dumpers are too busy. So we shouldn't be building any more additional road sections. The dumpers are too busy right now. I've suspended this one. I can probably suspend this one for the time being. Yeah, let's suspend construction here for a little while. We'll come back to it. Just so we get the dumpers a little bit busier with this stuff. So this is almost done. There's a heating problem. I'm assuming it's out there where we actually don't have heating. Okay, so steel is being delivered over here for the construction of the well. Sega should be constructing this. I will be dropping down the amount of people that's actually going to come in and work here. We'll do that. So hopefully we'll see a bit more construction work happening there. We do need some more asphalt to get in this way. So yeah, so slowly we're moving. It's a little slow. Oh, actually, we're building up a little bit of a fund now. And we could look at paying back a little bit more of it. So maybe when we get back to 300, we'll pay back again another 150. But these numbers are looking quite reasonable, and we are slowly building some stuff at the same time. So it's not a complete drain on our exports. I just need to make sure this does not. We're not going to get citizens. That's definitely not the plan. We may get a few citizens, but we really need a little bit more housing for our people. So if I do that, where can you walk to from here? You can get to the hospital, you can get to the shop, you can get to the university, you can get to a lot of places. You should be able to, you can get to the theater. Can you get to the theater? Seems like no. So, culturally, you can get over here to the library, so that's okay. That's all. There's lots of people waiting, so potentially more culture on this side. Something we need. There's nothing further to research. So everything is researched, and everybody is learning, and the number of people we have... so births is still outstripping deaths, and we're getting escapes. And we've got about a quarter of our population that's degree educated, so that's really good. A new vehicle available. Yeah, waiting on asphalt. Waiting on asphalt. Here comes asphalt. Nice. Yeah, just get it done. There's a few more. I mean, this road needs to be done as well. Look at that. Look at that. 60,000 now. This is awesome. This is really awesome. We might be getting our loan in order fairly quickly now. And then we can start, once we've got the cash under control, we should have a bit of flexibility in how we do things. So this road is done now. So now that road is being focused on. So there's a fair bit happening with that road. That's okay. And that means we should see a little bit more work happening on all of these others. Yeah, dumpers are a little bit more available now. Yes. Dumpers are available now. Okay, what I can do, I can certainly see about tying that one in. That should be good. Once that's done, we'll build the other side there. This one, actually, this needs to be done also. So we'll get some dumpers to just come and dump a few little bits and pieces there. But yeah, I'm starting to feel positive about things over here. This is moving fairly quickly. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting this up and running and doing a lot more in the clothing space. Clothing is a pretty good export for us. But to be honest, we do a reasonable job here with the mechanical components also, as long as we keep the steel running. Ooh. It dropped down a little, did it? No. Yeah, it dropped from 60,000 to 50. So yeah, we had a big import. I'm assuming would have been what exactly? Exports up at 100,000 almost. Let's have a quick look. This month, what was the big import number? Coal? There's a load of electronics. There was a load of electronics, and electronics is not every month, so there was a load of electronics that went. That's the thing that cost us a fair bit, but we're still cash flow positive, which is a good thing. Did our pipe finish? Oh, our pipe is all done. So let's focus on getting a little bit more done here. I think once the dumpers have done their thing here, again, we're just short on dumpers, I believe. Yeah, there's no dumpers ready. So what we could do is add a couple. What's our money looking like? We're up at 50. Let's buy one dumper. I like these ones. They're just 10,000. Oh, I need to cut this episode. This is a pretty quick 70. We can filter by speed. So these are up at 90, but they're pretty small. So the capacity here is 12 tons of gravel. 9, 9, 3, 5. So it is the biggest one. So let's buy one of those. We'll get one of those to come in. Got that same heating problem. Everything else seems to be running quite nicely. What's happening here with our power? Good. It's working. What's happening here with our oil? Oh, that's beautiful. Love to see that. What's happening with our fuel and bitumens? They're looking pretty good. Get you back up to a reasonable number. Okay. Guys, I'm going to put a cut in there. It's not a lot that's happened. Oh, I probably can start looking a little bit at our distribution offices. I'll do that in the next episode. Where we'll just focus on setting up these distribution offices here, or this one at least, so that we can follow that philosophy of stuff from this area being moved away using this distribution office instead of having stuff being delivered or pulled here. Yeah, so all good. I'll see you in the next episode. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button, leave your comments down below, and yes, I will see you next time. Bye bye.